Hey, you guys. It's Thursday night. At 5:15, here we are. We are going live to make dinner because we didn't make dinner together on Tuesday. So, it's been a really busy week for me. But this recipe is a really good one. It's Mexican beef and rice skillet. If you haven't bought my cookbook, the link is down below. It's on page 101. That's what we're making tonight. I do have a really old video on this channel of me making the same recipe, but it's a good one, and it's one of my freezer meals. There's a little fly friend that's flying around in here. I'm not sure how this little insect lived through snow and below freezing temperatures, but anyway, it got in my house and it's alive, but it's suicidal. So it's like trying to fly into my head and stuff. So this could be a really, really funny live for those of you who are watching. But I might be batting at a fly the whole night. So another warning is our house is all one building now, so the kids are going to be coming and going. So there might be a few disruptions, hopefully not very many. Also on this back burner over here, you're going to hear boiling away because I am canning homemade cream of mushroom soup in this pot. You're also probably going to see water sloshing out. I just want to do it inside instead of setting up my outdoor propane burner. So that's going back there as well. So some of you guys may have seen the quick little short video I put up on the channel. You got some eggs?
Look in here.
Oh, look. How many did we get? 4. Okay. Did you check the other places yet? Okay. Thank you. Anyway, I put up a quick short of us making homemade sprouted pasta. Now, I did not record that. The recipe is inside the comments. But if there are any of you guys who would want a step-by-step video on how to make homemade sprouted pasta, we just made a whole bunch of it. It's all in the bag. It's all hydrated now. Comment down below because tomorrow I'm supposed to be making lasagna, and I could walk you guys through what that looks like. If I don't get any requests for it tonight, I'm not going to pull the camera out because it's going to be a big day of making freezer meals with a friend. So, like I said, comment down below tonight if you're interested in seeing a step-by-step on how to make your own sprouted noodles. And if not, that's perfectly fine too. So, as I said, I do have that canner going on the back, so you guys are going to hear the bubbling and the gurgling of the canner working away. Hey, Jackie! That canner over there that's spewing water all over my stove is canning cream of mushroom soup, which means there's a video coming out in the next week on how to make your own home canned cream of mushroom soup. So I have a whole other hour of boiling on this canner. So anyway, it's just going to spew water everywhere. I'll probably turn it down just a little bit, but it has to stay at a rolling boil. So that's going to be our background music for today. But we're going to go ahead and get started on dinner. Mexican beef and rice skillet. I'm going to be doubling all of the ingredients that are listed inside my cookbook tonight because we love this one. It is getting rather wild. Turn it down just a little bit more. Okay, so into the Dutch oven, that's where we're going to start here. I'm going to turn it over medium heat, and I'm going to go ahead and put some lard into the pan. And while it's melting, there was a request. Kathy wanted a shot of my stomach. So, I'm still pregnant. It's still here. Let me see if I can do it. I have to back up. There it is. There's the bump. Still hanging out. Literally. Let me see if this is better if I took the light off. It's been so dark today that it's just been very, very cloudy. I wasn't quite sure. The other thing that I already have chopped is onions. I chopped up a whole bunch of mushrooms and onions for the cream of mushroom soup. And I over-chopped. I got too excited. I did buy myself a brand new chopper because you can pick these up at Walmart or what have you. And so this one is just specifically for onions, but I use it for other soft stuff too, and it gets it really nice and fine, which is great because my husband hates onions. I do want to say, if you're watching, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to share my videos, that'd be awesome. I'm not exactly sure what y'all did last week, but last week's cooking class has over 600 views, so that's a lot of people learning about nutrient-dense foods. So feel free to share this video on your social media platforms or with friends, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button while you're here. It really does help. This channel is not monetized. I don't make a penny. I'm not pushing it because of that. I'm pushing it because I want this video to get out to more people, okay? So this is melting. We're going to go ahead. The recipe calls for 1 yellow onion, which is about a cup of onion. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be doubling this, so ignore the extra amounts I'm sticking on in. I got a little bit crazy because the Azure onions are so huge with this recipe back here that I over chopped. But it's okay, I don't mind not having to chop onions for a couple of days. Not a problem. So this is going to start warming on up. I'm going to go ahead and get the meat going in. Hey Kylie, I wanted to tell you I made your soaked cornbread and it was wonderful. My go-to recipe now. Thank you. You are so welcome. You know what, Kylie? If you ever get a chance to render your own lard and you have those pork cracklings that come to the top, those are delicious on top of the cornbread, soaked cornbread. So I just take them and I fill the 13x9 with the soaked cornbread, and then I take the pork cracklings and I sprinkle them on top and bake it just like that. It's amazing. If you ever have access to pork cracklings or if you ever make your own lard, tastes great. Okay, so one more ingredient here is 1 pound of ground beef. But like I said, if you're just jumping on, I am doubling the ingredients. So do not be concerned about the 2-pound package going in here. You guys, I have an Azure video coming that I'm just finishing editing. And then, like I said, this video back here for the canned cream of mushroom soup. All coming out this next week. I've been making freezer meals like a fool. Like I said in the last video, I'm doing freezer meals a little bit different this time. So we're just kind of stuffing freezer bags with ingredients. And then we are going to be combining it with things inside the pantry that are already canned. And this is actually one of the meals. So just in case you're a working mom and you don't have a lot of time, a way to make this meal quicker would be to have a freezer bag, and you're going to go ahead and fill it with raw chopped onion, and you could do your beef. I mean, there's no difference between that being frozen in the bag or frozen in its bag from the locker, but you're going to put your onions in there, you're going to put your fermented rice, and then the rest of those ingredients are all canned ingredients that the recipe calls for, okay, on page 101. So my bags, I'm going to go ahead and cook the beef up for my family. I'm going to have the 1 yellow onion, I'm going to have the fermented rice, and then I'll just make sure we have taco seasoning. But then these things are all canned things. They're even canned things you can buy from the store. Canned salsa, canned corn, canned green chilies, cheese that's already shredded, okay? So these are all things that can easily be grabbed if you're working full-time or even part-time and you don't have the time to be making a whole meal from absolute scratch. This is kind of a dump-and-go version of a meal. And if you've already cooked the ground beef, you've already chopped the onions for your family, and you've already got the rice ready to go inside a bag, all they have to do is dump it into the pot, okay? And add the other canned ingredients. So it makes it doable. Even if mom's not there, dad can pull this one off. So that's why I selected this as one of my meals, because post-baby, midwives usually like you to have bed rest for a week after you have your baby. And it's amazing how fast you recover when you're a good girl and you listen. Hey, Sharon. So I'm one of those that's a good girl. I stay in bed. I'm a good girl. Keep my feet up and recover. Take care of myself. I got a whole family to care for. I can't be not listening to my body when it needs to recover. So anyway, this is one of the meals. And just in case you guys are jumping on, this is a canner canning up some homemade cream of mushroom soup. So if you see water spewing everywhere, it's okay. It just has to be at a rolling boil. And usually I don't do this inside my kitchen, but I didn't want to set up my huge Amish water bath canner outside today. It was very, very windy, and the flame would not have stood a chance. So we are boiling in here for today. I should really have on my apron. I had it off to show everybody my stomach, and I thought, well, this sweatshirt's already gotten stained because I keep forgetting to put it on today. I'm really bad. I've got like 3 or 4 different aprons to wear, and I don't remember to put any of them on. All right. The sun is just starting to set here. The girls are out milking the goats without me. All right. This beef is just about cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the pantry and get some salsa, and I'll be right back. Yes, Bethany? I need a bowl that's on the counter. You need a bowl? Yes. Okay, go ahead. So I'm going to be using my canned zucchini salsa. This recipe is also inside my cookbook in the canning section. We're going to be using that tonight with this recipe. So I did have somebody ask me about cooking with venison. So if I was cooking this with venison, ground venison, I would be stopping cooking it right now. See how red that is? And I'd be adding the rest of the ingredients. Because it's going to keep on cooking. And with venison, if you overcook it till it's completely done, it's already low on fat. And so it kind of gets almost a chewy texture, and you can definitely tell it's not ground beef. Okay, so we're right around the corner from this being done. So the other thing that I've also prepped ahead of time is I made up a batch of homemade chili sauce. This recipe is also inside my cookbook. If you don't have it, links down below. And I canned this. So tonight, instead of me making it on the back burner, I'm just going to reach for this jar, and it's going to go right on in. Hey, Kelly. I remembered your comment. So, the recipe calls for half of a cup of chili sauce. Like I said, this recipe is also inside my cookbook. The link is down below. Sharon says, I'm making your pineapple barbecue meatballs tonight. Oh, those are so good. I'm coming to your house for dinner. This will be good too, but it might give me heartburn, not gonna lie. I've never had heartburn with any of my other babies, but for some reason I have it with this one. Okay, chili sauce is in. All right, so the next ingredient is going to be beef broth, which is 2 cups. And this has been homemade stuff, so it's been into the fridge and it kind of separated, and it's gelatinous. It's totally normal. I'm going to try my hand at getting the amount I need to double this recipe into the jar, in the pan without the entire gelatinous thing falling out. We will see. That's pretty much half. All right, so 2 cups of broth, 2 cups of filtered water. This is going to be taken off in no time, guys. And this would be something easy that even Mom, when she gets home from working, can put it into the pot and then go take a shower or what have you while the rice cooks. Okay, we've got 1 cup or 8 ounces of canned corn, so it's about half of this jar. You do not have to drain it. This is such an easy meal out of my cookbook. It's kind of crazy. 1 4-ounce jar of diced green chilies. This is a home one that I canned, obviously. And this is actually double that amount because I'm doubling the recipe. But if you're not doubling, you just need 4 ounces. It's just one of those little tiny jars you buy from the grocery store of diced green chilies. And if you don't like spice, don't be afraid of green chilies. I consider it more of a wine, like it kind of wines in your mouth instead of burns your taste buds off. Okay. Next ingredient is 1 cup of salsa. Like I said, I'm going to use my zucchini salsa. I like to can up zucchini salsa because it stretches my garden harvest so that I can put tomatoes towards other things. The pot's getting wild back there again. I'm going to add a little bit more water to this back pot over here. And then we can continue on. It's also humidifying my home, which I really appreciate with a wood stove. So it's kind of a win-win. Okay. I'm going to have to add a couple of minutes to that timer real quick for the canner. Turn it back up so it comes back to a boil. Okay. We're back to our meal. We have got to add fermented rice to this. So I ferment all of my rice ahead of time and I freeze it. And then I put it in freezer bags. And if you don't buy the cheap Walmart brand, this is Glad or Ziploc work really well. You can freeze it into the bag and then just bust it loose on your countertop without it splitting open. I've learned the hard way that great value does not last through that. And rice ends up all over your floor. Frozen rice, which is even funner to clean up than regular rice because it melts on your floor. So we need 3 cups of fermented rice. And if you don't know why I'm using fermented rice, we can talk about that real quick too. And that is that we're fermenting the rice because not everybody can handle rice very well. Some people, rice and beans makes you bloat. And so by fermenting them, which is a super easy step, I know it sounds complicated, but it's totally not. It's about 5 minutes a day for 4 days of your life. Anyway, by fermenting them, you're unlocking all the nutrients for your family. And then removing the things of the beans and rice that make you toot and be bloated and not feel so well. So it is awesome. Okay, got 1 more cup in here because I'm doubling it. Good thing I have a nice big pot, huh, you guys? Okay, taco seasoning. This recipe is also inside my cookbook. I have an entire section of spices in the front. So you save a lot of money by making your own spices and spice mixes. Okay, so 3, let's see, is it 3 tablespoons? Yeah, 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning. The other thing I like about this taco seasoning mix is that you can alter how spicy it is. I'm doing double, so nobody freak out. So in the recipe it calls for cayenne, but I do like half of what I say on the recipe because my kids, they had all their taste buds burned off when they were in my uterus, and so they don't like spicy food. This baby doesn't seem to get the hiccups like the other children did either when I eat really spicy food. So maybe it'll be the only child out of 6 that actually likes spicy food. Not sure. Okay, so I'm going to go over the ingredients one more time. We have, well, this is a doubled version. Kylie says, I ferment a big batch of brown rice and froze it, and it tastes so much better than cooking it straight from dry. Yes, and it takes less time to cook it. Same thing with the beans as well. Good for you, though. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to repeat what the ingredients are inside this pot. This is a doubled version, just so you guys know. 1 pound of ground beef, 1 yellow onion, approximately a cup of chopped onion, 2 cups of beef broth, 2 cups of filtered water, 3 cups of fermented rice, 1 cup of salsa, 8 ounces or 1 cup of canned corn, 4 ounces of those little tiny jar of green chilies, 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and half a cup of chili sauce. Chili sauce is inside my recipe book as well. I think I already said that. So this is going to come up to a boil. I'm going to actually put the lid on it because that's all we add. And then you could like go take a shower if you're a mom, you know. Put your feet up, whatever. Dinner's done. The last thing we have to do is just shred some cheese. 3 cups of cheese. I don't know if my buddy's in here or not to do milk. Is William inside? Where's the outside?
He's a cousin. I don't know if he's outside or not because he went with Grayson.
No.
And he must have got lost next to the goats or wanted to have time.
They're still outside? Okay. She's out of here. Okay, so I'll show you guys something really quick that I canned. I'll show you two things I canned. So, I canned butternut squash puree, and it's still sealed, still looking good. Amazing for the recipe in my cookbook, butternut squash chili, okay? Because you can just grab this off the shelf, super easy. And then yesterday I canned up the it's creamy white chicken chili recipe that's inside my cookbook. I just canned up the main ingredients, the spices, the beans, the meat, and the broth, okay? And then all we have to do is dump this into a pot, warm it up, and add the creamy part, which is sour cream, etc. When we go to warm it up to eat it. So another super fast, convenient meal. Is William inside?
Yeah.
William, did you want to have milk or no? What happened? Daffy drug you?
No. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of milk. I can add a whole side. So, Ray was taking, was it? Daffy and Daffy was really running and Margot was really running and he went over was it? Us would go up and then go down.
The driveway and then the ditch? Okay.
And then Tootie was going, Daffy was going too far or too.
Daffy the goat?
Yeah.
Let's go too fast.
So the goat was like dragging him like this way.
Yeah.
Towards Tootie.
Yeah.
And it was going, Tootie can't be with it. Along with Daffy because they're both twins, so they gotta be both together.
Yeah.
So that's why Daffy won.
Okay.
Because he went to our sister.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, let's get you up here and I'll get you a little milk, okay? I'll look at your arm too. Come on. Come on up. Do you have a picker in it or something?
No, I don't have. No.
Don't touch it. Okay, is your elbow?
Look at this.
Oh, you already have a Band-Aid on it. Yeah, you must have had a carrot. Those lips.
I did.
Do you want me to kiss your eye? Or are you good?
No.
You're good. Okay. Okay, that's all right. You're a boy. I get it.
Yeah.
I'll go get some milk, okay? Don't touch this. It's hot.
That's
Then you would have, then you would have a burn and you would have whatever happens to your finger.
Yeah. Whenever we add a finger, maybe don't please don't with it. Duh.
All right.
What were you? Part of goat?
Yeah.
Those must have scraped this with a finger.
Okay. So I'm going to split it up for everybody.
You?
So you probably won't get a full cup this time, William, but we're going to share, okay?
If we both can share, I'll get a cake.
No, you get your own cup. And then Sissy gets that much too. Okay? Oh, don't drink it yet. We got a clink. What would this world do without a clink of the glass? So dinner's going to be simmering until the rice is soft, but that takes about 30 minutes or so. Bethany, do you want milk or not?
No, she wants to get her pen and she has to go grab firewood.
Oh, she's going to grab firewood. Okay, so I'll drink it later. Cheers. Did you get a cut on your finger? No.
I'm with Daffy.
You got a scrape.
You got a scrape from Daffy?
And took him and Ken off.
Okay. So you do know that Daffy didn't mean to drag you, right? She just wanted to be with her sister. So what you do today, William? You don't know.
Stop asking me questions.
Just gonna be cute. Trying to drink his milk. You should have put your finger on your cold cup of milk. It'll help it. All right, you done? All right. Sorry, dude. Thanks for joining me for some milk. So one thing that I was going to say, because I record this on my Azure video, so I'm kind of going to be repeating myself, but I want to let you guys know. So this month, I bought date syrup, like made out of dates, and I had to re-jar it. I guess what I didn't think about was date syrup, when warm, is like super runny and like a regular syrup. It's cheaper than maple syrup, but also it has more minerals than maple syrup. So I just wanted to try it because it's something that like back in biblical times and over in the Middle East, it's really popular. And so I thought, well, let's just try it. And it's actually really good, you guys. If you have never tried it, try some. Azure Standard carries all different sizes. But what I didn't think about was that bottle being in their truck in the back, where it's refrigerated. So the date syrup got like crystallized almost because it was cold in there. So anyway, when we went to go use it this morning to make sauce for pancakes, and it was like a solid. So anyway, I just used an old coconut oil 1 gallon plastic jug, and I just relocated it into it. Actually, Nevaeh did it for me. But it is very, very good. So if you've never tried date syrup, you should try it. They basically take dates and they cook them down with water, puree them, and then it turns into syrup. And that's what you have. And Azure Standard doesn't have any preservatives or any other junk in it. So it's a really good product to try. So that's my little sales pitch on the date syrup. I feel like I was going to tell you guys something else. I'm not sure what I was going to tell you. If you are preparing for another person to do the cooking in your house or something like that, I made like a little binder. This is such a good idea. So it's my after baby meals. But I had like a list of all of the meals that they can make with the food that's inside the house. And then, like I said, I've been prepping. So for example, like chili, okay? So it says 1 freezer bag, it's labeled chili, with a seasoning packet that's inside the freezer. And then from the pantry would be the canned beans, the canned tomato sauce, the canned diced tomatoes, the canned broth, and then a little bit of maple syrup, which I'll have to switch that so it says date syrup. But that's as easy as it is. So even kids could do this. That's why I'm doing that, so that, I have a 13-year-old, she should be able to do that, and my 11-year-old should be able to do that without a problem. But I'm just saying that if you're a working mom and you're overwhelmed, and on the nights where it's hard, come on and get your milk. On the working nights when it's hard to get food on the table, if you have older kids, they can even pull that off if you have directions. Yes, honey.
So, what are you using?
I'm guessing medium logs. I don't think it's supposed to drop down below freezing. But I think it's going to be in the 30s. So, anyway, that's that.
Mom?
What?
So you know that they got these big ones and then medium ones and then small ones.
Of what?
Like
Oh, the wood? Did you help bring it in?
Small, medium, and stuff. I helped him.
Okay, good job. Drink your milk, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to give this dinner a stir really quick. We're pretty much just cooking it and waiting for that rice to...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rice?
Yeah, there's rice in here. Look. Can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're also going to want to add healthy salt to your taste, okay? Yes, Sharon, absolutely. Yes. She is. Oh, my. That makes me laugh because sometimes certain people are like, whoa. Yes.
What?
Yes.
I'm cute.
You're cute.
I get that.
Yeah, you get that. All right, cool. So, recap. We made dinner. 2 videos are going to be coming out this next week. Azure and homemade canned creamy mushroom soup, which I'm finishing right now. And one more note is Like I said, I put a short up here on the channel showing us making sprouted pasta. If you're watching this and it is Thursday night and you want a step-by-step video on how to make sprouted pasta, please comment tonight and let me know. Because I'm going to be making the last batch before baby tomorrow. And I can pull the camera out, but if there's nobody who's interested in that, that's okay. I'll leave the camera packed up and I'll just make my freezer meals. So, that's all we got. So, thank you for joining us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
Mom?
Yeah.
And dinner done.